All right. Today's episode is a special one. My guest is Camila, the Brazilian DJ based in London, behind the project Softpower. We talk about music, movement, and how different countries shaped you as an artist. This is DJ Community Studio, so let's talk. How did your DJ journey started?
So first of all, hi, Kaha. I'm very happy
Hello.
to be here. Thanks for the invite. It's very nice to be here talking to you today. So my journey started quite early on in life, I guess. So I've always loved music, all different types, not just electronic music. And the first time I felt like I wanted to be a DJ, to be mixing was when I was a teenager, really, in Brazil. So it was a while ago.
Mhm.
But back then, really I didn't really have much, have resources, right, to be able to join a music school or anything like that. So it was something that I kind of left in the back burner for a while, but then I was doing other things in music. I was singing in a band, so just dedicating myself to other projects. And then fast forward to many years later, when I'm already living in London, then I finally felt like it was time to get back to that old dream and take electronic music a bit more seriously. So that's when I started.
So it was really hard to find the opportunity to find DJ gear example to like, practice or something.
To be honest, like in Brazil back then, yeah, it was a lot of money, yeah, and so I wasn't really, ready for that. So I guess my life took lots of twists and turns,
Hmm.
and so when I was living then in London with my life in London, that's when I felt I had more opportunity really to take that more seriously.
When you started the DJing, it was in London, yeah?
Yeah.
What music you played for in the beginning and how your taste shaped like
Mhm.
different way?
Um, so yeah, like I said, like I've always loved electronic music. Actually, like my first rave when I was much younger was like I went to see Prodigy. So I really like Prodigy, a bit of like UK drum and bass as well.
So your first rave was Prodigy.
Yes, which is
Cool.
very cool, right?
Mm.
Ronnie Size as well. I'm not sure you remember Ronnie Size. There was another very amazing Brazilian DJ as well called Marky, big name. In the beginning, I kind of really liked UK drum and bass, but then I've always loved techno as well, and especially like groovy, hypno, which is the kind of thing that I play now. But in the beginning, I was also listening to a lot of slightly harder and darker stuff. I think guess a lot of people kind of make the journey as well, right? You start playing slightly harder,
Mhm.
darker, and then you
Then you
find
chill.
your way. Yeah, you switch and find your way towards things that you really love. So in the beginning I was playing like slightly harder and darker, and then I started to build my own style, I suppose.
Okay, and then you moved into Tbilisi. Like you were 3 times here already, or
I
four?
think this is probably my fourth or fifth time here. Yeah, I visited Tbilisi a few times before. So first time I came to Tbilisi was in May 2024. So
Mhm.
not so long ago, right? But it was love at first sight. I don't know if you believe in that or not, but first, second day I was here, I felt really at home. I really loved the city. I loved there's something that is very vibrant, very edgy here in Tbilisi. I'm fully aware that people really have their own struggles, and there's lots of things that need to be changed, and there's lots of issues. I'm fully aware of that, but at the same time, it did feel to me that this is quite a vibrant, lively city with very nice, friendly, open people, and obviously an amazing electronic music scene. That was one of the reasons I wanted to come visit Georgia, especially Tbilisi, was because I wanted to check out the scene here. So yeah, that was the first time I came, and then I fell in love, and then I kept coming back because I was already feeling like, okay, I might want to spend spend a longer period of time here. So I was like test driving. So I can I kept coming back for more.
What is the hardest part moving between the countries as a DJ?
Yeah, I think the hardest part, there's good and bad, right? So let's start with the good stuff. I think there's lots of positives, right? So I think as a DJ, as an artist, as a musician, it's very good to be exposed to different people, different cultures, different influences, right? So it's so nice to be able to discover new things, discover new artists. So all of that is great. And then the hard part is obviously your contacts, your connections, right? So if you live somewhere and you are embedded in that scene, in that culture, you know people, and that might mean, you have more opportunities and more open doors. And then when you move to a completely new place, you have to start almost from zero, right? Of course, and there's a bit of advice if anyone watching this is thinking about doing the same, moving to another country. You can start before you move. You can, start making those connections before you move. I think you should. But at the end of the day, when you actually move, it means you do have to start building those connections from zero. And that is that is difficult, but it's also a good challenge.
How will you describe a difference between the Tbilisi scene and like London scene and the crowd as well?
Very different. Very different. London, it's such a big city, right? And in terms of the kind of music that I like to play, which is hypno, groovy, a bit dancey, sometimes a bit darker or deeper, some like raw layers, textures. So all of this that I just mentioned now, I'd say yes, that there's a scene for that in London, but it's not like its main focused. I think London has so much to offer in terms of electronic music, but I'd say that London is much more, I think, has much more to do with house, tech house, funky stuff than the sorts of thing than my type of sound. And like you mentioned before, that is one of the reasons as to why I moved here as well in terms of shaping my sound, right? I think the kind of music I like to play, I think there's a stronger scene here, basically, in terms of the music that I like to play. I have a sense that people here in Tbilisi, for example, they really know how to party. So if you go to a place like, I don't know, Horum, for example, you can really feel the energy. You can really feel the energy. People dance a lot, and they shout, they scream, and they talk to you. I feel that sometimes in London, depending on what party it is, I don't get that same energy. I mean, people love music as well there and love dancing, and don't get me wrong, there's amazing parties, but I feel that people here are a bit more visceral about enjoying a good party.
So you think Tbilisi understands your sound, your music?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I've always when I was back in London and also a few other places where I lived before, I was already tuned in to the techno scene here. So I like lots of Georgian producers. You have amazing young people here making very good music. So I think here I think I have a bit of a good opportunity really to try to shape my sound a bit more towards where I wanted to go.
How do you prepare for the London people, London crowd, and for Tbilisi's crowd, for example? Do you have like the differences in your plans when you prepare your DJ set?
when it comes to the crowd in London, I've always wanted to bring different things. So I always made a point, for example, of adding music from this side of the world. So not so much UK artists if I'm playing there, because I want people to be able to listen to some things that maybe they've never listened to.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I've played, even when I'm just like having a good time with friends and playing some stuff, I'm like, oh, this is, this is from Ukraine, or this is from Georgia. Just, just to try to bring music that is not from the obvious places you go to in terms of techno. And also here, when it comes to prepping for a crowd here, I know that if you're playing in a place where the crowd actually really has a good understanding of techno, then I know that I can have a bit more freedom as well to make some more to make some riskier choices, so to speak, because I know that there's a crowd for that here, so that might be a bit of a difference as well.
Okay, so you can do experiments like this.
Yeah, maybe bring some very, some very, that kind of techno that only like tech heads really like to listen to. I think I might have a bit of a more freedom, I guess. Yeah, to be able to do that here.
What advice you can give to the women who is starting to DJ?
Oh, I love the question. It's an amazing question. I'm not gonna lie, it's always harder. It's always harder as a woman. I think if you're a woman, you feel that. I think any sector, any profession, it can be quite hard to break into. If you're a woman, I think confidence is a very important thing, and it's something that you don't necessarily have to be born with it. It's a skill you can practice. Confidence. It's something that I've had to work on for a very long time, and I keep working on it for sure. So confidence is very important. It is still a very male heavy industry. If you look at lineups, the majority of names will always be men in techno. So I think in terms of women wanting to start, I'd say start. Don't wait. Don't leave it for later. Don't leave it for when you're ready. Just start. Do something today, even if it's just digging music or maybe researching a mentor or someone who might help you, but start today. Don't let those kind of thoughts of, oh, but I'm not good enough, or my taste is not good enough, don't let those things stop you. And then I guess another piece of advice would be to support women. So this is not about, I think there's space for everyone, So it's not about competing with each other. It's about supporting each other. So support everyone, but especially support women. Try to find your voice as well. It's not, trust your taste. Like, try to find your voice, trust your taste. There will be artists, DJs playing a specific genre, but maybe like something else that is not super trendy now. Go for it. Just build your voice and your sound, and try not to compare yourself to others all the time. Social media, for example, it's important to build your presence, social media, but also it can be a tool for us to be comparing ourselves to other people all the time, and we know that we all put out a curated version of ourselves, right? Which is not necessarily 100% true. So what else could I tell women? Do a lot of research as well. Always try to refine your taste. There are amazing women artists whom I love very much. For example, now I really have been really enjoying people like Filippa Pacho, Jolene Scheffler, Swedish artists. To try to learn more about people's journeys as well, right? How they've made it, and also I think it's also interesting to learn about their creative process as well.
Oh, in every DJ's career, there is the moments everything goes down, like you're thinking about stopping or something. So do you have this kind of days, and what you do on these days?
Of course I have lots of days like that. There are many days like that. Many days when I ask myself, what am I doing Why am I doing? But then I remember, I always repeat that to me. It's a bit of a mantra, you know. I remember, why am I doing this? It's not about the outcome, it's about the journey. I know it sounds cliche, but to me it's very true. So why am I doing this? I love music. It's not about, oh, one day I want to play in a big stadium for, I don't know, a million people. That's not the point, you know. That's not. I do this because I love music, and it makes me happy, you know. And it makes me happy to be able to bring music, show music that I love to other people as well. So I try to remember that, and then it kind of grounds me. That grounds me a little bit, just remembering why am I doing this, you know. And also remembering that I also still love to listen to other artists and to go party as well and listen to other people. Those are the kinds of things that I try to think about. Also, I try to practice mindfulness as well. So I try to remember what you just said, that there are days like that, and there will always be days like that, right? So that it's normal, that it will pass, that I won't feel like that forever. And I think that's true for everything.
I have seen the DJs who are stopping there, and it's so bad. I think they need some reason to continue on that steps, and like if you give advice to DJs as well, what must they do? How must they think? It would be interesting from your opinion.
Yes, I think I don't know. I guess that I perhaps some artists will have their very valid reasons for stopping. I think some people will have their personal reasons, right? Maybe family as well. Like we have lives as well, right? People will have partners and children and other things in life as well. So I think those are all valid reasons. But to me, at least so far, I think it's what works well for me so far, and that's the advice that I'll give, is to practice mindfulness, to remember that this stage you're in at the moment is always temporary. It always passes, for good and bad, you know? So if you're in a rut right now, if you're in a phase when you don't feel very good, when you feel a bit stuck and you're not getting dates, and you also don't feel that excited about music, you're not finding anything new that you really love, just remember it will pass, you know? Things always change. And remember that you felt like that before, and you've managed to deal with that well. So you will deal with that well now.
I agree.
And also sometimes it helps you to also go get involved with another type of music, with other kinds of art and music as well. So I love techno, but I love lots of other things as well. And sometimes it helps to just go to a band gig, get your head out of electronic music and the electronic music industry, and go talk to other people who do other things, and go see some art, go listen to other types of music. That helps as well.
It helps, I agree. Which is your favorite mixer?
The favorite. I think that's one of like it's most people's favorite, I guess. Zone mixer is really, really good. Very, very fun.
96, 92.
96, of course.
96.
Very good, very fun to play. Lets you do lots of different. You know better than I do. Lets you do lots of different things. It's very fun, and also looks good, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite as well.
It's very
nice. Cool. But in London, I have seen many guys from London who prefers Pioneer.
Interesting. I like Pioneer too. It's different. I don't know, just for some reason, I still prefer Zone because of how much more freedom it gives you, right? In terms of being more creative and everything. But Pioneer works really well as well. It's
we
can do lots of things.
About
I can do lots of things as well. It's really well. Actually, when I started like from 0, in life, I remember, I don't think that exists anymore, but I used to have at home those very tiny controllers.
Mm-hmm.
Very
You had it?
tiny. Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
also.
I don't think they
It was fun.
Yeah, yeah. And it's when you're just practicing, it's incredible how much you can. That's actually advice I would give to anyone starting as well, and women. Like it's you can do a lot with a laptop, very tiny controllers at home. You can do a lot to learn and practice. Doesn't
I think
have to cost much.
Yeah, it doesn't cost much, and I think it depends how you use it.
Mm.
Like, okay, it's like not professional and like this, but they gave me the moments which I will never forget.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
Uh-huh.
it's fun. These controllers.
Yeah, I think we've probably both been to like a house party where there was someone with tiny controllers. Right?
Yeah.
But those moments are great,
Oh, yeah.
right? It's not about having like the most expensive equipment. It's about
Yeah.
listening to good music with people you love, right? And having
Yeah.
a good time. Yeah.
How you are preparing for your DJ gig?
So I don't know, but personally, like one of the things I love to do the most is to dig
Mhm.
music and collect information and things like that. I love making like lists and things like that. I think I'm good at like collecting things. So when I am digging for music, for example, and I'm walking, maybe walking somewhere, listening to my stuff, listening to some stuff on my earphones, for example, I'm always taking notes. So if I listen to something that I'm like, okay, I really like this, I might want to put that, in a new mix or maybe in a set. Like I'll take notes actually. So I mean, I'm like 24 hours a day in that kind of like mode. When I'm listening to music, I always have my antenna on. I'm always like thinking, yes, I'm enjoying music, but I'm also thinking, oh, could I use this somehow. So I'm always like having lots of notes on my phone and lots of notes.
How do you think? What separates the good DJ to the great DJ?
The good DJ from the great DJ.
From the great DJ, yeah.
I want to say time, experience. I think
Mhm.
experience is important, right? I think it's that balance between conveying your own taste, but then at the same time also understanding that what people are really enjoying, what a specific crowd really enjoys listening, and being able to marry those two things. Technique is important as well, but it is very important. But I think that taste and being able to read the room and bring people along and presence might be even more important than technique, right? I think being authentic. I think I'll separate, a great DJ from just a good one. Being authentic.
What do you think? What is the life the people thinks it's a DJ life, but it's not like that?
Yeah, it's a good one, right? There's lots of memes on on socials about that. I don't know. My impression is that people might have this idea, yeah, that it's glorious, right? It's partying and it's
Hero.
staying 5-star hotels and partying all the time, and then you go behind the booth and press some buttons, and that's all. But there's a lot of if you take your art and what you do seriously, there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes, right? Like for those 3 hours you spend behind your decks, there's a lot more hours that go behind the scenes to prep and also not just to prep for a set, but everything else, right? Because it's a business. So I guess those are the parts that people don't see, right? Those countless hours in front of your equipment or your laptop at home, prepping. Yeah, so it's not as glamorous, I guess, as it looks like, but it's rewarding for sure.
Do you have a favorite genre of music which you never play?
Good question. Within electronic.
All kind of, I don't know.
All kinds.
Or in electronic, how you want?
Yeah. I can enjoy acid house, for example, and I never play.
Hmm.
Um,
Have you tried?
I've never tried. Maybe I should. Some electro, for example, I never play. I enjoy those things. More left field experimental electronics, well, that I never really play, like things like, I don't know, FX Twin or Air, that I never really play, but I enjoy that too. And then all of the things are not, all of the other genres that are not electronic. I am a huge fan of neo psych, so bands like Dungen, for example, from Sweden, Swedish punk as well, Viagra Boys, lots of things. I like indie folk as
You know
well,
many
like
things.
bands, old stuff. So, yeah, I jazz. So I like all of these other things as well.
You know many Swedish artists.
Yeah.
So have you traveled there, like played there or something?
Yeah, so I lived in Sweden. I lived in Sweden
Mhm.
for almost 7 years. In between those 7 years, I was also like spending some months here and there in other countries. But yeah, I was based in Sweden for like 7 years. So yeah, I got a chance to learn a bit more about Swedish culture and music. Yeah, I like Swedish techno, like the artists that I already mentioned, so Filippa Pacho, Jolene Scheffler.
Mhm.
There's Dog on Acid as well. There's lots of good stuff in Sweden. Also some indie folk from Sweden that I really like. Neo Psych. It's it's yeah, no, I love Sweden. There's lots of amazing music coming from there.
What's your biggest DJ dream and DJ fear?
I think let's start with the good stuff first, right? Biggest DJ dream to be able to continue to do this for as long as possible. To be able to play for more and more people. Not necessarily. I'm not saying I want to play Tomorrowland. It's nothing like that. But to be able, to show my sound to more and more people.
More you mean on dance floor crowd or the countries worldwide?
I think both. I think both. And perhaps also as a dream, like inspire more women as well to join this industry and start their own thing and do their own thing. And I think biggest fear is I guess being behind the decks in front of a crowd, and then I don't know, the the USB doesn't work and I forgot my extra USBs.
I think about it now as well.
Yeah, USB not working. Although I always have many backups, but sometimes who knows, right? Maybe so USB is not working, or maybe like a glitch in the middle of the set, or somehow, or not finding, I don't know, not finding the right tracks that you want at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, just things just not going according to plan. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's DJ fear.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your influences, the producers you like and artists you like, labels as well?
Yeah, so I think I mentioned before that I've been listening to a lot of Georgian producers for a long time as well. There's a lot of good stuff coming out of here. So producers like Uvel, for example, I really like. Tbilisi, Tuscan Boy. So those are like some of the producers from here. I love some artists who are not producers but are DJs, like Andrax, for example, has always been an inspiration to me. There are some people like from the UK, for example, very much to talk about influences in the beginning. when I was still like playing a bit more like harder or darker stuff, I used to really enjoy and still do like Dax J. He's amazing, fantastic. Of contemporary artists and producers from the UK, I really really love Modem, who has like a hypno school label, really really good. Artists from other countries as well, like bigger names, for example, like Ignis, love Ignis. From Georgia as well, who's also like really well known now, Yanamaste. I especially like, I really enjoy his older stuff. Really really like it. There's some amazing producers from Brazil as well. Marçal is a good one, very groovy. Marçal. Yeah, Marçal. He's really, really good, very groovy. Matis Lene, really like him. He's not from Brazil. I think he's French. Yeah, really like him as a producer. Yeah, there's so many names. So many names.
With whom would you play P2B? Like, yeah.
Andrax. Maybe
we
in
call
the future.
him Nodrix.
Nodrax.
Yeah. Georgians.
I never know. Like I used to call him Nodrax, and then I heard Andrax. I'm never entirely sure.
Yeah.
Nodrax, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a fire.
Yeah. He's incredible. Both in terms of technique but also like his track selection. At least in terms of, I know it's a bit subjective, right? So it's a matter of taste. Like, I just happen to really love the kind of stuff he plays.
Mm-hmm. But what can you say about venues? Are you guest of these venues? Like, how often you go there? And tell me everything you think about this. I'm interested from your opinion. Tbilisi's nightlife venues.
I think Tbilisi is definitely in the world map of like best places for nightlife, for sure. I think so for techno, especially it is a reference for techno. Obviously there are other cities as well which are also a reference, like Berlin, even London as well. But I think Tbilisi, should feel proud of itself, that is established there. You have some amazing venues here. So since the first time that I came, I was trying to explore a lot. So I've been to many places here. So obviously like the bigger, more well-known ones like Bassiani, Horum, Khidi. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Khidi. I've been to other ones also, like Test, which just closed, right? Left Bank. So yeah, I try to explore as well, also smaller venues. I think nightlife, like clubs, I think they're always struggling in lots of different places, and I'm sure it's probably not that different here, right? I think there's always this challenge of booking artists and trying to diversify your lineups as well, and also make sure that you can survive as a club. That's always challenging. I think for me, like it's very good for me. I know that I still have so much to explore and learn here in terms of artists. So for me, it's all new, and there's lots of people, lots of artists for me to still listen to. But yeah, I think it would be great as well for more people from other countries as well to discover Tbilisi as well. More artists to come here, and play in venues here. I would like to see that for sure.
Yeah, and are you visiting often? Like, how often you visit these clubs?
I try to go often. Yeah, at least like at a minimum like once a month or more. I think one of the things for you to be a very good DJ is to stay connected to the crowd, for sure. So when you asked me before about like advice as well, I didn't mention that one, but I think it's a very important one. I think you have to always, but especially in the beginning as well, like you have to listen to a lot of music and to go party and go rave. It's very important to have that experience on the other side of the booth, right? Amongst the crowd.
Yeah.
I think like better DJs, better artists, they have a lot of experience in the crowd
Yeah.
as well. So obviously listening to music yourself as well, by yourself at home, but also being in the crowd, in those places, and understanding
Yeah, I agree.
what works, etc. Yeah, so I still love to. I love dancing as well. I'm Brazilian. I love dancing, so I love to do that too. You know, so when I go to a club, it's usually because I want to listen to an artist I love, but the second reason is also because I want to be with the crowd. I want to dance. I want to be with the crowd. You know, I want to feel the energy, and that's when you learn as well what works, what doesn't work. I think it's all good. Yeah, it's all good information. You know. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think if you stop doing that, perhaps like artists who are playing, I don't know, 250 gigs a year, they don't have the time or energy to be able to do that. But I think that's important.
You're gonna play in our podcast video as well. Your DJ set.
Yeah.
Tell us about that set. Like, what are you preparing? Why people must listen you? What they will get when they listen to this set? I want to like describe it and do little promotion about it.
I want everyone to listen to because they should. No, so my intention with that set, I've been already working on it. I've been preparing. So my intention with that one, I want. It's not such a super groovy, fun, happy, sexy vibes. It's not that kind this time. Yeah. I wanted to, for this one, I wanted to really show the kind of stuff that I really love to listen to myself, which can be a bit like brainy, a bit sometimes on the darker side, like for really like techno heads. I don't know, like I don't like to use the word serious because I don't believe in that distinction between serious and non-serious techno. It's not that, but I don't know. I guess it's the kind of techno that, for example, if I was going to show the kind of techno that I like for people who don't like techno for the first time, I would not show that. Precisely that at first, you know, because I think it takes. I think it's for people who already really like techno.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We talked about this set in December, yeah? So you're preparing already, it's February.
Yeah, then I left it for a little while, then I discover new tracks as well, right? Yeah. Then,
so it's gonna be interesting. This was Camila, also known as Softpower. Thank you, Camila, for your honesty, energy, and your stories.
No worries. Thanks very much for having me here. Really, really enjoyed our chat.
If you like this conversation, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below. Camila also will read it.
Done. You have one more episode. Yay!
Yeah.
Thanks very much. This really nice. Really nice.